Over my last few videos, we have covered a lot of absolute demons, and a lot of them are actually in the same godforsaken family, namely the Mustelids. So today, I thought we should rank the 8 strongest of them all. I will rank them based on their raw strength and their actual experience with throwing hands. Now, the first creature on this list is probably one you haven't even heard about before. This ugly son of a gun is called the Greater Hog Badger, even though it might look like a confused cross between a piglet and a damn raccoon on steroids. Don't let the goofy exterior fool you. This animal is built for brawls. Native to the forests of Southeast Asia, this tank of a mustelid has short but powerful limbs, reinforced claws, and like most mustelids, they have a reputation for not backing down no matter the odds. They've been seen facing off with leopards and dholes, which is a rather goofy-looking creature itself. While it might not have the same mythos as its ball-biting cousin, the Greater Hog Badger shares one critical trait. It's nearly impossible to intimidate. With thick skin, a powerful bite, and a willingness to throw hands before thinking things through, the Hog Badger truly earns its place here as an overlooked powerhouse of the mustelid family. But it does not really have any good matchups in the wild, so its fighting experience and true tenacity remain unknown, which is why I can't really rank it any higher, even though it's larger than most on this list. Second on our list, we've got another underrated mustelid, namely the yellow-throated marten. This heckin' Pokemon-looking ass might not be that large. It's actually the smallest on my list, only weighing in at around 12 pounds. But its ferocious nature and battle record are truly peak. Not only do they steal cubs straight from the life-cancelling machine that is the leopard, but they also regularly take down large prey like deer, which is truly spectacular when considering their size. But they're probably best known as monkey slayers, as it's one of their primary food options. This brutal battle experience is pretty much the only reason I'm putting it in front of the Hog Badger, as it's way more efficient at collecting unpaid life subscriptions. If these mustelid velociraptors were a bit larger, I'm confident that they could probably solo the entire mustelid verse by themselves. So they definitely deserve the title as the 7th most powerful mustelid. Next, we've got the American badger. This absolute crackhead has also been a regular on the channel for some time now, and with good reason. Their raw aggression matched with their robust build makes them truly capable psychopaths. Large cats like mountain lions are no match for them, and even giant bears turn into little soy boys when confronted with their immense aura. Their intimidation levels are through the roof, but their raw strength is also nothing to scoff at. They are also one of the larger mustelids, but still on the smaller side, which is why they only get the 6th spot on the list. Just like the yellow-throated marten, they are severely nerfed by their limited size, as their batshit crazy nature far exceeds some of the larger members higher up on my list. On the 5th spot, we've got the most distinguished gentleman of the bunch, namely the European badger. But despite its unnecessarily sophisticated appearance, this absolute unit is built to tank damage like no other. They've been known to simply walk away after getting absolutely battered by gosh darn trucks. But in terms of natural matchups, their battle experience is rather limited. They pretty much just face off against each other, and random creatures like this unholy-looking goat, which appeared to be a little too menacing for them. But since they largely live in urban areas, they do clash with us hair-lacking monkeys on a daily basis, and we are certainly one of, if not the, most dangerous animals on Earth. They have even been known to follow people home in broad daylight, simply because you looked a bit too annoying. They'll destroy trash cans, make complex tunnels under your lawn, and most likely give your dog a good beatdown if you're not careful. Luckily for us, they aren't really all that aggressive towards humans. I actually have first-hand experience in regards to these creatures. Like most humans, my instinct when seeing a slightly dangerous animal is to sneak up on it and pet the damn thing. To my surprise, it didn't give a shit about me. It simply gnarled at me and continued eating its disgusting worms. But even with the lack of actual battle experience against more formidable foes, their size and bite force alone are more than enough to earn their place among the most powerful mustelids. Now, in the 4th spot, we've got the sea otter. This may or may not come as a surprise, as sea otters aren't really all that aggressive and they don't really have any good battle experience at all. But in pure mass, they are actually the largest modern mustelid alive, and I would have ranked it a lot higher if it possessed some of that ferocious aggression seen in the top 3 candidates. Even though sea otters don't really have any fighting experience whatsoever against larger predators, their bite force is incredibly strong, as they are designed to open up hard shells and other crustaceans. But other than that, they are basically just up here because they're big, fat, and would probably have the upper hand against a lot of the creatures we have already mentioned. Now, the top 3 is where it truly gets interesting, because they are all infamous for their tenacity and aggression, and are pretty much designed to wreak absolute havoc wherever they go. At the 3rd spot, we've got the most infamous creature in this entire demon family, the Honeybadger. This creature is quite literally the foundation on which this whole channel was built. Their aura is no less than mythical, and their battle record is unbeatable. They go up against lions, hyenas, leopards, jackals, wild dogs, black mambas, African porcupines, zebras, and even walk away like nothing happened. They are able to do these sorts of things thanks to their incredibly tough armor. They are pretty much wrapped in military-grade Kevlar. But what truly sets them apart is their unholy tenacity. They literally never give up or back down from any fight, no matter how poor the odds are. They embody every essence of a true mustelid, and I would personally have put them in first place, but they just lack the size to actually compete against the last two contenders. Second to last, we have the giant river otter, which is truly giant indeed. It can grow up to 6 feet from nose to tail, making it the longest mustelid alive. But what truly makes these bandits terrifying is that they travel in packs, which can exceed over 20 members. There's little to no creatures that can actually compete with them. Not even jaguars have anything to say to them when they roll up. They basically rule the Amazon like a river mafia. You can tell that these guys are on some demon time just from normal still photos. They've got literal crazy eyes. But compared to our top contender, which I've given the title of Strongest Mustelid, they do not really compare. The last unholy creature on this list is, of course, the legendary Wolverine. Like the Honeybadger, this absolute monstrosity has an incredible battle record. It slaps around bears, humiliates entire packs of wolves, and is even rumored to have taken down a heckin' polar bear. It also loves to recreationally fight with other wolverines in their spare time. They have evolved in some of the coldest and harshest regions this planet has to offer, and their stamina is absolutely insane. They can travel over 30 miles in a single day. They actually have one of the largest known home ranges of any animal their size, up to 1,500 square kilometers, or about 580 square miles. Even their prehistoric counterparts were absolute beasts. The Megalictis ferox was literally the largest mustelid to ever exist, weighing over 200 pounds, pretty much a small bear. Before we wrap up, I also have an honorable mention, the stoat. It may not have the size to make the main list, but pound for pound, this little psychopath is one of the most vicious predators on the planet. Stoats are known to take down prey several times their own size, including full-grown hares, using agility, precision, and a bite right to the spine. They were also introduced to New Zealand to control rabbit populations, but instead, they ended up wiping out millions of native birds, many of which had no natural defenses. Not because they were hungry, but simply because they could. The stoat might look cute, but it's basically a murder gremlin with a fur coat. I sincerely hope you enjoyed today's video. If yes, then definitely check out one of the videos on screen, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one as well.